Hello and welcome to the video. Before we get started, if you'd like to provide input on future content and get our weekly newsletter, click on our survey. The link will be below. We also have a report on Ethereum 2, along with a bonus report on why you should learn Solidity now. Again, the link will be below. Now on to the video, and thank you. Okay, so I am back in my normal location. I got the machine up enough to set up, bring the Elastos stuff up here. And what we're going to discuss today is the config file. Remember, we took a look at that a little bit the other day because there's a lot there. And you can see, that's the output from the, I was testing that I had it set up right. So I was running the get node state. Now, one interesting thing, see if I can find it. When I did the account, now it did give me a key. So I thought that was interesting because it was not working on the WSL implementation we had. So let's have a look at this config file. This is the file. Remember, that would be here. Right. So this is the one we have. Now let's notice this is the network it's connecting to. Enable RPC, so that's true. The RPC configuration. But there's a whole lot of other stuff you can do. So defines listed DNS seeds, disable DNS, permanent peers, ports. Now notice we don't configure any of the ports. So it does the 21.333 and the 21.334. But this is interesting. We don't have this. We have RPC. I want to do a little experiment here. So let's see. You can see, but let's go through and see what this says. So this is for mining. Whether you have auto mining, which we do not have. Miner info, miner fee, instant block. So and then the RPC configuration, which we do have here, user and password, whitelist, DSOS. So believe this is the consensus because they're talking about arbiters. Actually, okay. Let's see. Actually, let me just quickly look it up because I forgot what this is. I am going to just look it up on the side here. Have a quick look. See what, let's see. Delegated proof of stake, that's right. So let me see if I can bring, you know what, I'm going to bring this in here so you can see it. We'll put it right next to right at the end here. And you should be able to see that. Okay, so this is the delegated proof of stake. So coin holders can use a bounce collect a list of nodes. So the coin holders can influence. So they do a little explain how proof of work, proof of stake. So minor one, and the cryptographic puzzle first is actually good. So he is 10 ETH, so he has a better chance of winning. Now what happens here is, let's see, nodes become delegates according to votes. And you have the delegates. Delegates produce blocks and sign them 2/3 majority. Let's see. So we have transaction. Let's see. So this goes into a little bit how that works. So the delegates are based on votes. Nodes become delegates according to votes, and then the delegates produce blocks. Anyway, back to what we were looking at here. So this is how you configure that. And some of the other things. This is the CR, and I forget what that is. Let me see. Let's look up what CR is. Council. So that's how councils. Huh? So this is the council that makes the decisions regarding this, I guess makes the decisions regarding this chain. Anyway, so that's where you can configure that with voting, etc., etc. So there's a lot you can do here. So the thing I'd like to do as a little experiment is do enable, where did it go? See, oh, these could be the defaults. No. Because when you look at the, it does not set the port, but it uses a different, the 3.1. So I'm curious if I do this, if the HTTP commands will decide that they want to work. Let's do it over here. Because enable, yeah, they put this in here, even though it's, Well, you gotta have that. And now what I'm going to do in the window where I'm running Elastos, I'm just going to restart it and see what happens. So, I can show you that. Oh, one interesting thing, you can't see this latest version of OBS gives you a much nicer ability to see what the window you're going to capture. So this, yeah, this is the one I want, and you can see it's starting up here. Let's make this a little bit smaller. So you can see that it's starting. And now that it looks like it's started, let's try something. Let me go back here and see. I'm going to do a grep on curl. Let's try this connection count. See if okay, so it worked. So the problem before was that it was not turning the service on. And you can see now it's giving you the curl stuff that was not working the other day. So let me bring this. Let's see. Window capture. What? I'm going to bring this down. Okay, so now you can see. So you can see it's a good idea if you're going to be working with Elastos to understand the settings here. So you can actually set your ports. The WebSocket, the web port number, the RESTful port number. Let's see what this says. To access let's see if I can get, so there's a web UI and you set this, you can set this port. And that's pretty much, this DPoS and the CRC that you're probably gonna use less frequently. But you never know, you may need to change the ports depending on what you're looking at. So this was the RPC, because they call it the JSON port, enable. This is the peer-to-peer. And let me do one other thing before we finish here. It was something I did before. Here we go. Oh, I'm in the wrong directory. Now let's try it again. Huh? Where am I? gotta have that little dot. That's why it doesn't like it. The period. Say on. So, it's showing all the ports. It's showing the REST port. The addresses. Last block. I'm wondering if it does tell you that last received services. Trying to see if it showed whether RPC or REST were activated. Even though we know they are, because we just got we've gotten both of those services to work for us. So anyway, now one thing I would say about the REST API, what's really nice about it is you can use this stuff in any web app that, because the web app is designed to let you make these RESTful calls that you can make in React.js and just plain any of the front end stuff. If nothing else, you can use Ajax to make these calls. And of course, in Windows, Windows doesn't have curl, but you can use Postman to make these, to test them out. So anyway, hopefully this has been helpful, and hopefully you'll find that you may be able to resolve some issues by changing your settings in the config file. For example, I'm going to testnet. Maybe I want to connect to the mainnet, or maybe there's another testnet I want to connect to. You know, I'm not sure what RegNet is, but the main, I've been connecting to testnet. So there's a whole lot here, and again, if you run into something, you might want to have a look at this discussion of what this stuff is, so that you can get everything going. They say it's optional. Well, there's certain things that just aren't going to happen unless you set them, like the RESTful calls. So anyway, hopefully this has been helpful, and I think the video is going to look a little better because I have much better lighting here for the video than I do downstairs. So thank you for watching, and I will speak to you next time. Take care.